Hey everybody, this is Peter Pagliani, and this is Making Comics and Art. Who knows what number? I definitely have it wrong. If you're here for quality audio and video, sorry about that. It is what it is until I upgrade everything, which might be at the end of the year or sometime next year. But it is my intention to do that. Second, I'll say if you want to support my work, become a patron. Got way too many projects going on and going after yet another one, just so I have an even flow of finances coming in. And hey, it's Apex Comics. What's up, dude? And there's Allison. Hey. I want to mention that The Last Sentinel, which is the title of this episode, the link is in the description box. Go check out Allison's project. Just launched yesterday. She had me on her show. It was a fun time by all. And yeah. Grab her comic. Yeah, the success of that one means that me and her get to do our own project together afterwards. So yeah, definitely go check it out. So I intend to. There you go. It's also, the link is also in the chat. And she said, yep. I intend to stream as much as possible going forward. Of course, my life is chaos sometimes, so it might not be every day. But I'm going to try to pop on at least an hour every day. It may not be at the same time. It'll just be when it dawns on me to do so. Yeah, I got lots and lots of projects, but I plan to dig in this month and get a couple of them off my plate so I can give the other ones major focus. So how are you all doing? How you doing, Apex? We haven't talked in a little bit. Of course, as soon as I hit the button, my cat's outside and he wants in. So I guess I'll ignore him for the time being. So what I have before me is issue 2 of Designated. This is just 2 pages away from being done. That is issue 2. It's 5 issues altogether. But as soon as I'm done with the inks on this, Mark Torres, the writer-creator, is going to crowdfund it. Oh, here you go. Pinbat is live on Fund My Comic. And it says, pages look cool. Thanks, dude. And Allison says, I want to stream more myself. Yeah, I got to get you on my stream, too. I want to do it once I get into my rhythm. So maybe later in the week. Right now it's the weekend, but yeah. So we'll make that happen. Oh my God. You probably don't hear, but okay. Let me go get the kitty cat. All right, buddy. Meow. It's a glorious day outside, and he wants to come in. He'll probably go grab a nosh and want to go right out. Or maybe he'll decide to sleep. One never knows. But I think he reads my mind when I go live sometimes. He's crazy like that. Yeah, so it says definitely want to get you on here. I have to upgrade all my tools. I have to upgrade my ink, and I have to do this and do that. I have 1,000 things to do. I want to clean my studio. Hey, Shadowpunk. That looks really cool, Allison. I'll start posting it. Excellent, excellent. Allison says, I was wearing shorts at all. My window's open and I had a fan running. I am turning the heat on now. Yeah, it's probably, I don't know, 50s or 60s outside. I get the sun in the afternoon, so it looks like a gorgeous day. I mean, I did open the door for 2 seconds, and it seems nice. So I hope everybody had a fabulous Halloween. I was just on the phone with an old friend of mine. I didn't go out and do anything. As it turns out, but that's okay. So Shadowpunk, it's been a long while. How's your project going? Hope you've been doing good. I see. Wait, wrong one. Hellcast and kind of bitter out. Hey, Peter. What did I call you? Shadowpunk. Is that what I said? I don't know. My brain's all over the place. It's like I tell people lately, I have like half a dozen projects going, and I have 0 brain cells left. But I'm definitely going to start digging into some of them. So I can get back into my rhythm. he says, it's going great working on Shadowpunk 2, and I really cool promo for it too. Yeah, well, your book is gorgeous. If anybody hasn't seen Shadowpunk's book, go follow him on Twitter or YouTube. Everybody calls me Shadowpunk. Apparently, my real name has been rejected. Well, man, that's the fate you sealed for yourself. Since that's the name you go by. I at the best of times, I find it hard to keep up with everybody's real names when they don't have their real names posted. So I know hundreds of people. It's hard to keep track of everybody. Well, I probably know like thousands of people by their name. So no problem, man. No problem. Yeah, I definitely, as I mentioned earlier, I definitely want to upgrade my camera. I hate the arm I got for it. I want to get a new one. Improve my internet down the line. Right now, it's free, so I can't complain. But I gotta be plugged in directly if I want quality video. But this will do for now. I also want to get back to getting on, like pro StreamYard level, but their prices went up. They got a million new options, which is cool, but it's no good for the starving artist. But I'll get there. Next year is going to be crazy in a good way. Lots of things will be happening. So I'm just biding my time. Isn't that right, Rocket? Rocket's on the floor cleaning himself, so that's a pretty good thing. As long as he's not trying to get in my face. So if you haven't caught up lately, let's see. So I got designated. I'm working on a book called Copper Star with Tribe Studio Comics. There's a book I'm going to pencil ink called Icebox. And I gotta get pages done to that. Well, okay, we decided middle of January, maybe February, for us to crowdfund that. So that gives me a little time. I got 3 pages and a cover to do for that. And I'm also probably going to come up with a better logo than we currently have. Because when you hire me, I have lots of lots to say about lots of things. So Shadowpunk says, do you only ink traditionally? Currently, I only ink traditionally. Now, I'm probably going to get into doing art on my iPad because I want to do original covers for my streams and just YouTube thumbnail covers. So I'm probably going to learn enough basics to accomplish that. I really got to clean my studio because I have I'm using my quill, but it's kind of like nearly done, the point I'm using. But I have no clue currently of where the whereabouts of my other ones. Yeah, and I gotta put ink in all my technical pens and do a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, while I currently only ink traditionally, I do have plans to play around a bit. I'll never ink somebody's book digitally because I like traditional inking too much, but I figured for YouTube covers it might be fun to play around with what's the program, Procreate. You could do some pretty cool things, and I'm inspired by everybody. Like my brother's gotten into coloring, and as I knew he would be, he's pretty great at it. A close personal friend of his, Dan Pinoja. If you don't know Dan or his work, he's taken to coloring his own work, and it's phenomenal. He is so good. He's mostly been doing covers. He says that the process is too time-consuming to consider doing a full book, but he would consider doing a short story at some point. Which makes sense. All right, just read my old friend Marshall Lee. Allison says, yes, Procreate is pretty cool. Do you use Procreate? Are you using Clip Studio Paint for your comic, Allison? Yes, Kitty. I don't know if you heard Rocket just then, but he's cleaning himself and he meowed at me. Do you want to go out again? Want to go out, buddy? Yeah. All right. Let me take care of Rocket. I'll be right back. Come on, buddy. Come on. Okay. Hey. One of the stray cats was outside and wanted to smack Rocket when he ran out. Anyway, Rocket's outside. So Allison says, hey, is Clip Studio primary? Okay. Ever think of working with your brother on a book together? Yes. Will that ever happen? Well, it has, technically. I mean, we've worked on things together. Did some pinups, covers. We co-inked a few things. The most known thing was we co-inked a mini comic that was included in the X2 DVDs, the first 1,000 or 1,500 copies. So it was kind of an exclusive thing. But yeah, I mean, it's been years and years and years since we have done anything together. I do want him to get something, like I have a graphic novel in mind, and at some point when my schedule really frees up, although it might be the second graphic novel project I attempt, but I just have this maybe cool idea. I mean, visually, I know exactly what I want to do, and I was thinking of getting him to write it. We'll see. We'll see if it transpires one day. But I mean, mostly I do my own thing and he does his own thing. I would like to draw a bunch of his characters at some point. Since like Ash, the comic he did years and years ago with Joe Quesada, since Ash came out, I've been wanting to do a pinup for that, but it's not a simple little thing. So eventually I'll get that as well. Since I did come up with the character's name, which he has credited me for. Thanks, Jim. So let's see. So Allison, if you get a chance, DM me JPEGs of your artwork, and I'll repost it on a regular basis. Yes, I mean making your own original characters. So that was in reference to me and my brother working together, I guess. I mean, anything we do would be original characters. I doubt Marvel or DC or any worthwhile publisher would hire me and Jimmy in the same project. But Jimmy has a new campaign coming up with some people you might know. Jimmy and Amanda are doing a project with Billy Tucci and Brian. There's too many Brians in my brain. Polito. So it's called The Deadly Trio. Allison says, I shall. Thank you, Shadowpark. The Deadly Trio launches on Kickstarter November 20th. I believe there's a sign-up page. Go check it out. I always worry that Jimmy's projects are going to fail, so I'm persistently sharing them. So that's the only reason he's doing well. I kid. But yeah, I'm sure, a lot of my friends are into his work, and a lot of my friends also know Bill Tucci and Brian Polito. So this is their first project together. all three of them. Each of them, meaning Brian, Billy, and Jimmy and Amanda, have created a new character, and so it's 3 original new characters in a sci-fi story of some sort, I think. Go check it out. Just look it up on Kickstarter. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, you know, if you're interested, like the kind of story I have in mind that I want Jimmy to write, it's like I have a skeleton of an idea, and it's more visually involved than anything, which is why I was like, maybe get Jimmy to write that would be cool. And it's something I want to spend a lot of time on. So it's probably a long time from now that you see anything about it, but essentially a what do you call it? Redemption story. It's about a farmer, and I would just do like fine art. So I'm thinking like Bernie Wrightson's Frankenstein, but not not an iconic monster character. Just normal things. A little bit Charles Vess ish. You know, I mean, all the Bernie Wrightson and Mike Cluter and Jeff Jones and Barry Smith have done a lot of fine art. I'm thinking black and white, but it would probably be color. So what was I saying? Oh, current projects. Yes. What else is going on currently? So I have a commission, the Betty and Veronica commission, if you believe it. Something a little sexy, but not too sexy. Well, I guess something sexy, but not raunchy. So I came up with an idea. They approved that, so I just gotta start penciling it out. Because everybody's been waiting for me to do Betty and Veronica. It's true. Thanks, man. Yeah, you know, it's like I have a lot of wishes and dreams when it comes to. There's a bunch of miniseries I want to do. You know, I'm more a fan of sci-fi than anything else, and I have a bunch of sort of sci-fi ideas. Nothing too technically sci-fi, but it would be in the sci-fi realm. I really got it. So you know it. Shut up on Betty and Veronica stuff has really become adult oriented these days. Well, there's definitely a lot of people, meaning more guys than gals, who commission artists for more adult fare. Nothing wrong with that if you're into that. Yeah, my favorite commission, because I'll never forget being commissioned this, but it was a Batman commission, but kicking somebody in the balls. Or was it kicking Batman in the balls? Now I forget. It's been a while. I think it was kicking Batman in the balls. Somebody kicking Batman in the balls. I think I did the Joker. Yeah. Typical. And Alice says, I have a sci-fi story I want to do at some point, but it would be very hard sci-fi. I need to do more study into botany levels of sci-fi. What is hard sci-fi? Hard sci-fi is not like hardcore porn. She means hardcore sci-fi, like Arthur C. Clarke or whoever is the hard sci-fi novelist. I guess would Dune be considered hard sci-fi? I mean, you can consider Dune fantasy to a certain extent. Space opera. Okay. Interesting. Space opera. Well. So Frank Herbert is just a romance novelist. I mean, oh, I see. Like high-minded and lofty idea is not Space Marines. Hard sci-fi tends to have one technological leap, the rest is firmly grounded in realistic science. Yeah. So would Star Trek be hard sci-fi? I mean, some of it, definitely. I would think. I know everybody here has, but if you're watching this later and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I am kind of sort of trying to grow it. If I haven't already liked this video, and share it with your friends. I promise eventually This will be a great channel again. But right now, I'm just going to be working on some projects, chit-chatting. Nothing hard sci-fi here. You just get Goofy Pete. One thing I noticed about CG is that big campaigns have big personality to sell them. Yep. Yeah. I mean, you know, a lot of the engaging YouTubers are bigger personalities, and I'm sure like 99.9% of them are not as big a personality in real life. So not really. It's more fantasy in regard to Star Trek. That makes sense. Not exactly. Wesley, nice to see you up and running. Yes, I plan to stream a lot more. And eventually I got a webcam and I got an arm, but it's a pain in the ass to move the arm. And it doesn't exactly stay in place because my cat usually hits it, and it's tough to maneuver into an exact position, which is why I want to get a new arm. Anyway, this is all to say that I realize I'm not always on camera when I'm working. But you don't come here for the quality. You come here for the entertainment. Hey, it's Devil Flare, otherwise known as Rex. I have a similar problem with my cats. Yeah. Rex says, hit that like button, please. Similar. Yeah. Yeah, which is why, I want more of a straightforward arm that maneuvers better. This one, even though I could position it anywhere, it's a pain in the ass to do it. So I don't love it. I mean, it only took me years to update my freaking lamp. I finally realized that, my lamp sucked and I needed to get a better one. Research and found one eventually. So I'm just gonna go search for a lamp one day. I mean, a lamp, a webcam arm that I like. I'm picky, as they say. Picky Pete. Now wait, let's see. My dog turned 12 today, and I turned 59. Oh my goodness. Is that true? Was he born on today? Or was that when you got him? I have a web camera that is designed for live video. You have to figure out how to make it work. Yeah, well, I mean, like there are countless million videos on YouTube tutorials for everything. We share a birthday. Happy birthday, guys! And it's Dovefire's YouTube channel. And thank you, also. So true. She was, yes. Wow, she was born on your exact birthday. That's pretty wild. I have no idea when my cat was born. My cat was a stray that was outside my ex-girlfriend's home for a couple of years before she took him in. And I wound up with him. And he's the only one that lets me pet him, love on him. He runs away from everybody else. My beautiful Rocket. Rocket is the man. And yeah, lately, even more so, he's gotten into the habit of, after my work day, usually around the time when I start eating, he'll come over to my desk, and, if I'm watching something or whatnot, and want to jump up on here and lay about. He wants to be around me more and more, it seems. He's a good boy, my Rocket. So if you didn't notice about me, well, first off, I'm left-handed, so that's a factor. But not really. Like when I'm making it, I spin my pages. So if you're looking too closely, you're probably getting seasick. So I appreciate everybody coming by and chatting with me. I'm going to still go for a little while. Probably about an hour. We're 43 minutes in. So like I said earlier, I plan to stream more. Might not be every day, might not be at the same time, but that's a commitment I can keep with. Since I have a tendency to fail at consistency of anything, other than work. Oh, I keep forgetting I want it. Okay, let me go to my desktop. Okay. All right, so I wanted to mention the projects I'm currently working on. So, okay, I got designated. I'm almost done with issue 2. This is what I'm working on right now. I got 2 more pages and I'm done. I got Icebox, which is a project that will be crowdfunding next year, early next year, probably February or late January. Penciling and inking, co-writing, co-creating. It's a cyberpunk story set in the future. Copper Star, 2 pages from being done with the work I'm handling for issue 3. Then I'll be co-penciling and inking issue 4 with another artist. There's the graphic novel that hasn't been announced that I'm working on since 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing test page for something new. Hawk in New York, I got to get to that. So that's 6. I'm sure I have other things going on. The commission I mentioned, yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. Then, of course, the big project will be getting back to retro, but I have to guarantee my flow of money before anything else. Before, because I predicted I'd be done with that so many times. But it will be next year for sure. Just I'm not gonna set a date right now because I constantly screwed up. So I'm watching a bunch of stuff, as usually the case. Recently started watching. Well, I finished season 1. Finally on to season 2 of the Daryl Dixon show. I wasn't going to watch it because my hope for it was that it was going to be a Carol and Daryl show, and when Carol wasn't going to be in it, I was like, well, what's the reason to watch this? I mean, I love Daryl Dixon, but I was really looking forward to Carol Daryl show. Well, she apparently is in season 2. I'm only like just on to episode 2, I think. So don't give me spoilers. But it's only 6 episode season, so they're hour long, but still short. I'm watching Shogun. Only Murders in the Building. Love that show. High Potential is a new show. It's essentially about a woman who can't sleep. So she becomes like, what was it called? I don't know. Assistant to like a detective, police detective. I like it. It's a fun show. She's great. I don't know the actress's name, but she's great. I know there's a ton of stuff I'm watching. Oh, Agatha All Along, which I watched everything but the last episode, so finished that one off. Well, let's see. I wish I had the link. So earlier, Apex Comics was here. So if you go to Fund My Comic, you can just type that into Google or whatever you use, and then type in FemBat. That's being funded. The extra reason I mention that is because I'm going to be inking a couple of pages of that. 6 pages, 8 pages, something like that. So that's another thing I'm looking forward to that. So when he could afford me, I'll be jumping on that. 8 pages. That's right. Yeah, 8 pages. I think he's doing the origin of the character. That's his character. Yeah, I'm totally not on camera. Forgive me. Like I said, we gotta fix this camera. Then my cat moves it, so. What you gonna do? So I haven't read anything of late. I showed off the Aquaman book I got recently. DC sent me 3 copies of the Peter David Omnibus. I sold Mark McKenna one. Mark McKenna was the other person who inked Jim Calfury when I was working on Aquaman. That's who I was inking over. But Mark apparently didn't do enough work. You know, he did. I think he said 15 covers during the run. And he did a bunch of interiors, but not enough interiors to garner getting some copies. So I sold it to him at a reduced price. It lists for 150. So just a portion of that, because I felt like he should definitely have a copy of that. He's a good guy. So, but I have, you know, so I have my copy. I sold that to Mark. That copy. So I have one left. Now there's a friend of mine who wants that copy, but it doesn't have the money currently. So if you message me now, I will sell you that copy. Because my friend can always eventually get it, you know, online at a store or whatever. And he gave me permission. Don't save it for me if somebody else wants it. So letting you all know. Free shipping, but I gotta sell it at list price for 150. It's a monster of the book, you know, over 1,000 pages or whatever it is. The cover is you know, the cover is a reprint of an Aquaman single issue cover, but it's been recolored, so really digging that. Calfury mentioned he liked the new coloring job on it. First one was nice, you know, the first way it was colored, but it was too colorful. They toned it down a little bit. It looks much better. You know, just because in digital coloring you have every color, doesn't mean you should use every color. You know, there are some people out there that do that, like use every color, but it's not blatantly in your face. I think like Barry Smith is a great colorist. Is it Barry Smith? Yeah, Barry Smith. I mean, he's done Wolverine, colored his own stuff. He had his own books. Forget what they call it. Storyteller. You know, he does crazy coloring. Like, but I like his. You know, him coloring his own stuff is good. Class Jansen colored a lot of Daredevil work. Not all of it, but you know, a little bit of the later stuff. Always loved that stuff. It was a really good sense of color. Yeah, I'll definitely have this page done today. So I'm getting hungry. Kind of had breakfast, but no lunch yet. I'll have pasta leftovers for lunch. Being Italian, gotta make the pasta. I'm not a extravagant cook, but it's hard, you know, to screw up pasta. I really gotta get a better point for this. I kind of just want to finish this page without changing the point. I'm in the same boat. I need to eat lunch soon. Yep. Yeah. My days of doing anything on schedule is not happening at the moment. It's fine. I've been going to sleep super late, but then waking up late. So now is normal lunch hour with my schedule. I'm doing work on the last Sentinel. I heard that book. What did I hear about that? Oh, yeah, it's the title of this episode. with the link down below. Go check out The Last Sentinel. My Allison, my partner in crime. Yeah, go pledge to have new comic, and profit to that goes to a book we'll be working on together, which I'm sure you'll eventually hear all about. Because we love you and we want to tell you all about it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop working right now, go grab something to eat. Then afterwards I'll finish this one up. But yeah. If you're in the chat, Allison shared the link there, but I also have it in the description box. Or you could just go to Kickstarter and type in Last Sentinel. It'll come up. Or probably even Allison's name. And yeah, go pledge, go share. Same thing with this video. If you haven't liked it, give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, give it a subscribe. Share it with your friends. And yeah, I'll be around more often. So you'll see me possibly tomorrow. All right. Have a good one. Keep making comics. Keep making them. Peace.